There's a new scandal out about Hunter Biden. Well, really about the Biden family, because this is a Biden family racket with Hunter Biden as its front man. Let's remember Hunter Biden funnels money to the other Biden family members. He complained about. He's like, "Why do I have to pay all the family bills?" Well, because you're the bag man for the family mafia operation. Now, a mafia operation is disturbing enough, but this is a mafia operation that sells American interests to foreign countries. This was an art perfected by the Clintons with the Clinton Foundation. It's now been picked up by the Bidens. And so I'm not so much into Joe Biden's slowness of mind, his dementia, his inability to comprehend. That all may be now the product of age, but through his career, this has been a very wily crook, a wily crook who has recruited his family knowingly into his crooked operation. And the latest report, interestingly, comes from the New York Times. So the New York Times, realizing that Biden is kind of safely in office, can now do this kind of reporting. Notice that this is the kind of reporting that was suppressed right before the election because it might help Trump and hurt Biden, even if it was all true, as it's all turned out to be. Now, in this latest episode, what we have is that Hunter Biden formed a company along with three Americans and a bunch of Chinese guys. The company was a private equity firm called BHR. And what was the purpose of this firm? Well, it was essentially to enable the Chinese investors, the Bank of China, and the Chinese government to gain access to valuable mineral assets abroad. Particularly with all this talk about electric cars and car batteries, cars running on batteries, there is a demand in the world for cobalt. Cobalt becomes a very valuable mineral because it is essential for making these car batteries. And this was known even when Joe Biden was vice president. And so they decide, listen, we're pushing for these policies, the move to electric cars, not just in America, but people are pushing for it in Europe. There's going to be a huge demand for cobalt. The Chinese want more cobalt. And so what they want to do in this case is they want to purchase one of the world's richest cobalt mines, which happens to be located in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Enter Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden basically says, listen, my company can facilitate the Chinese acquisition of this invaluable or extremely valuable cobalt mine. And so what they do is, first of all, they do some other transactions with the Chinese. They acquire an Australian coal mining company. They also assist a subsidiary of a Chinese defense conglomerate in buying a Michigan auto parts maker. So again, think about this. We're making vital parts for a Chinese defense contractor that's contracting with the Chinese government to make weapons that could be used against us. Hunter Biden is totally okay with that as long as it results in a transfer of cash to the Biden family. Now, the mining deal in the Congo began in 2016. A Chinese mining outfit called China Molybdenum said it wanted to buy this cobalt and copper mine from an American company, which was called Freeport McMoran. And so basically, the purchase was facilitated by Hunter Biden and his equity company. It gives the Chinese company 80% control over the mine. Now, obviously, since it's a mine in the Congo State Mining Enterprise kept a part of it for themselves, but they sold the majority, which is to say the controlling stake, to China. This is a transaction that is in total worth $3.8 billion. Now, obviously, 3.8 billion doesn't go to Hunter Biden. He was a 10% owner of the firm BHR when he and this is as of 2019, when BHR sold its stake in this cobalt mining enterprise. So what the Bidens are doing here is they get in and they get out. Their goal is not to own cobalt. They don't care about it. Their point is, let's buy in, let's sell high, let's make a whole bunch of money for ourselves and leave the Chinese in control of this huge deposit of cobalt. Now, at one point, Jen Psaki was asked about Hunter Biden's investments in China, and she goes rather vaguely, quote, "He has been working to unwind his investments. He has been working." And then she adds, but I would certainly point out he's a private citizen. So in other words, what she's saying is, well, we're sort of for perception reasons trying to get his name off of these documents, but it's really kind of up to him at the end. So what you have here is you've got a Joe Biden who was collecting money left and right through his family while he was vice president, and now is still continuing shenanigans through his family to this day, because to this day, Hunter Biden hasn't, as far as we can tell, fully divested his interests in foreign corporations and specifically China. There's just the Bidens just don't talk about it. Of course, Hunter Biden has now emerged in his new career as an artist. Wink, wink. Who would buy Hunter Biden's art if you think about it, other than someone who wanted to be able to say to Joe Biden, hey, I'm a patron of your son, I'm buying his art. We all know you're getting 10% of the proceeds. And so we have not just a man with a very dim bulb in the White House, but we have a man who is thoroughly corrupt, who is enriching himself through public office.